It's time to get into a topic I like to call the style version of addition by subtraction. 11 clothing items might be time to say goodbye to. Now, whether we're talking about outdated trends, ill-fitting pieces, or just clothing that no longer aligns with your personal style, I'm going to discuss with you 11 clothing items you might need to get rid of. From those worn-out sneakers, those graphic tees from college, we're going to break down why it's time to part with some often too long held onto clothing pieces. Now, if you're new here, welcome, Jeff, your Style O.G. On this channel, we discuss various men's lifestyle topics such as style, grooming, and dating. If any or all those topics interest you, I invite you to subscribe, tap the notification bell, and join us. And to my returning friends like Frank Whitehead, salute. Now, to kick off our list of the 11 clothing items you need to get rid of, we're going to start kind of broad and then narrow in as we go along. First up, get rid of clothing you haven't worn for over a year. This has several great benefits. One, it frees up space and allows you to organize and locate the clothes you actually do wear. And I love that it streamlines your style decision-making process and reduces clutter-related stress. And here's how I recommend you go about doing it. Every 6 months, go through the previous season's clothing. Say just like now we're entering spring. All your cool and cold weather clothing, if you didn't wear it that whole season, you might need to let it go. And another great thing about this technique, it reduces the likelihood of clothing hoarding. You want to keep the things you actually enjoy and get use out of. And what I noticed when I reduce some of the clutter, I actually see things I do want to wear that the other things were covering up. Trust me, when you get rid of clothing you haven't worn in over a year, it increases your efficiency and satisfaction with your wardrobe. Next up, we're going to get into a topic where I have to admit I need to do a better job of taking my own advice. I think you need to get rid of what I like to call I know I'll lose those 10 pounds and be able to fit this real soon. Let me help you out. Myself and you, no you're not. You're not gonna lose those last 10 pounds. If you do, congratulations. But the other 99% of us, we're just creating clutter with that hope I'm gonna fit this one day. Let me give you a prime example. When it comes to suit jackets and blazers, I wear 40 regular. I bought myself this beautiful 39 regular blazer. You wanna know how long ago? 4 years ago. Know how many times I've worn it? 0. That's because a lot of times we never get to that aspirational weight. And you know what it can do? It can have the opposite effect of what you think it might have. I know you may have been there where I've been. I'll buy this smaller size. It'll motivate me to lose weight. Sometimes it'll just remind me I haven't been successful. You're much better off buying and wearing clothes you actually can fit now. And if you do surprise yourself and lose the weight, reward yourself by buying clothes that fit you then. Now, next up, it's time to get rid of another category us guys hold on to way too long. Get rid of those stained and stretched out shirts. I'm talking about dress shirts, t-shirts. You're just hoarding and taking up space. Not to mention, if you do venture out and wear those stained or stretched out shirts, it ruins your whole aesthetic. It makes you look unkempt and like you're neglecting your style. We don't want that on the Style O.G channel. And we gotta be honest, although there are some home remedies that will help you get rid of those yellow stains under your t-shirts, who's really gonna put the effort in? I know I'm not. Now, if you're a sweater like me and you want your shirts to last longer, take the simple step of wearing an undershirt. It will help your precious shirts last longer. But until you do implement that into your style regimen, get rid of those stained and stretched out shirts. Now, next up is another category I have to plead guilty to. Holding on too long to those old socks. You know, the ones with the holes in them, or the ones that have lost their elasticity and no longer stay up on your feet and ankles. The ones you gotta fiddle with all day. Do yourself a favor and examine your sock collection. Look for thinning fabric, holes, or visible wear, especially in high friction areas such as the heels and the toes. And another good sign it might be time to get rid of those socks, persistent odor, even after you wash them. This could be a sign of bacteria buildup. And another key is pay attention to how your feet feel when you wear these socks. Is there discomfort? Is there rubbing, irritation, or blisters? These are signs those socks need to go, especially if they no longer provide adequate cushioning or support. Make sure you don't hold on too long to those old socks. Now you might be asking, Jeff, if I do get rid of my old saggy socks, what should I replace them with? Glad you asked. I highly recommend you grab several pairs of socks from today's video sponsor, Straight Up Socks. That's because with Straight Up Socks, through their proprietary silicone strips, not only do your socks look good, they stay in place all day long without that unnecessary pulling up and readjusting your socks that, let's just face it, gets annoying and just doesn't work. The minimal profile of the silicone strips located on the inside of Straight Up Socks holds the cuffs of your socks in place without relying on what we all usually rely on, tight socks that are just uncomfortable. Not only do straight up socks stay up all day long, they're very comfortable to wear. They're made of moisture-wicking Pima cotton for lasting comfort. They have a smooth appearance and they do a great job of resisting pilling. You have the reciprocated heel for superior fit. You have the smooth toe seam that helps reduce abrasion, and you have a reinforced heel and toe for longer wear. And not only do straight up socks do an excellent job of what they promise, staying up, they're offering them in both solid colors and patterns. To me, there's no better choice when it comes to socks, especially when to say goodbye to saggy socks. Now, not only did Straight Up Socks sponsor today's video, of course they got a special offer for the Style O.G family. For a limited time, and I do mean limited, until May 31st, when you click the link in the description and order from Straight Up Socks, you'll get 20% off your order. So if you're looking for some comfortable, long-lasting socks that will stay up all day long, I highly recommend you hit that link in the description and say goodbye to saggy socks by ordering Straight Up Socks. Now, next up is a category we often get fooled into keeping longer than we should because the item still looks good. I'm talking about those worn out sneakers. Now here's the thing, if you're anything like me, you might clean up your sneakers and they may look refreshed, but are you ignoring signs that those sneakers aren't any good for you even though they look good? I don't care how much elbow grease you might use on your favorite sneakers, they might be hurting you more than they help you. Even if the upper still looks good, examine that outsole. Is there uneven tread wear? You want to inspect the midsole for visible signs of compression or cracks. This may mean you're not getting adequate cushioning and support any longer. You might just plain old need to recognize that over time, no matter how well you take care of your sneakers, they can tend to degrade, impacting their performance. And especially if you notice pain, discomfort, or changes in your gait when you wear your precious sneakers, time to get rid of them. Now I need to highly encourage you to get rid of those outdated suits. Now, first of all, if you're still wearing suits in today's current climate, let me congratulate you. You're a style expert. But the problem is a lot of guys are wearing outdated suits, which actually make it worse than if you didn't wear suits at all. I'm talking about specifically ill-fitting or baggy suits, or your suits with 3, 4, and 5 buttons. You gotta get rid of them, player. Instead, you want your wardrobe to consist of suits that are well-tailored and fit within the current trends or are timeless classics. Say, for example, a 2-button notch lapel suit. That will always work. A modern, well-tailored suit enhances both your silhouette and your confidence. 3, 4, or 5 button 1996 NBA draft suits, they're making you look worse. As I said, congratulations, if you still wear suits, you're a style expert. Let's just make sure you get rid of the ones that are outdated. Now we're staying in the realm of outdated items for the next clothing pieces you might want to get rid of. Please get rid of those outdated graphic and slogan t-shirts. Here's the thing, I'm all for a guy having a sense of humor, just not in his style. As your style evolves, you want to present a more mature and refined look. Graphic t-shirts, the opposite of that. The thing is, when you wear slogan or graphic t-shirts, it can easily present as juvenile. If that's the image you want to present, go for it. But most of us want to cultivate a refined, sophisticated, mature look. So if you're going to wear t-shirts, which is perfectly fine, it's part of a classic wardrobe, wear solid colors. Well-fitted solid t-shirts give you a more polished and cohesive image and give a better impression and enhance your confidence. Now, next up, we're going to talk about a topic that often gets overlooked. You want to get rid of clothing of colors that don't complement your skin tone. Here's why. Wearing colors that clash with your skin tone can actually make you appear washed out and dull. Let me give you an example. Fair-skinned guys out there, if you wear pastel colors, they'll make you look washed out. But on the other hand, when we wear colors that complement our skin tone, it can accentuate our natural features and give us a healthy glow. Wearing complementary colors are just more visually appealing and gives you a more harmonious aesthetic. Now, if you're curious about what kind of skin tone you have and what colors work well with them, check out a video I did a couple years back. I'll leave right here that talks about skin tone and the colors that work well with each type. After learning about your skin tone and the right colors, get rid of the colors that clash with your complexion. Now, next up, I highly encourage you to get rid of underwear you've had for over a year, both for your style and your hygiene. Just like with your socks, over time, your underwear loses elasticity. Not only does it make it uncomfortable to wear these underwear, they give you the male equivalent of the panty line. These droopy underwear create unsightly bulges in your pants, and not the good kind of bulge, playboy. And here's the other thing, old underwear, just like your socks, can still retain bacteria even after washing. This can lead to discomfort, irritation, and other health issues. By regularly rotating those old underwear out for new pair of underwear, you can increase your comfort, hygiene, and style. I know it's tempting to hold on to those underwear, but get rid of them after a year. Now, next up on the list of the clothing items I suggest you get rid of, we're back in our outdated wheelhouse. You need to get rid of outdated accessories. Now, here's the thing about accessories. They're the great final details that take your outfits to the next level, but not if they're outdated. If you're wearing outdated accessories, they actually detract from a polished look. Let me give you an example of one of my pet peeves. If you're one of those guys still loving to wear a 48mm watch, you have a clock on your wrist, not a watch. And this oversized watch is taken away from your look instead of enhancing it. And that goes for any outdated accessory. Accessories are great, but you want to make sure you're wearing current styles that accentuate your look. When you get rid of the outdated ones and wear modern current accessories, it helps ensure that you have a cohesive and well put together look. Now, next up, we're going to talk about a problem I thought I wouldn't see as much as I still do. Please get rid of those overly distressed jeans. The problem with the distressed, especially the overly distressed jeans, they can easily appear outdated or unkempt. And the jeans with the distressing, the tears, or the holes easily detract from a polished appearance. Instead, when you opt for a cleaner and more refined look, it gives you a more sophisticated and timeless appearance. And another problem with distressed jeans, they have a severe lack of versatility. You can't wear them very many places. When you have a cleaner, refined look, you can dress those jeans up, dress them down, wear them in casual and dressier situations. Choosing jeans without distressing allows for more flexibility. It gives you a polished appearance and allows you to wear them with a wider range of outfits. Okay, so there you have it. 11 of the clothing items I strongly believe you should get rid of. Now do me a favor, let me know in the comment section, what are some style items you see other guys rocking that you really wish they would just let go? And if you enjoyed this video and found it informative, I highly recommend you check out a recent video I did about the 5 colors of chinos every guy should own. You can check it out right here.